Are they on?
Hey guys, what's up, man? This is Steven Longoria coming to you live on obviously YouTube's with Jackals Corner. Tonight, I am honored to have some of my dearest friends. These guys are my family, the one, the only primitive mind up in the house. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hell yeah, man. So, some of you guys who don't know and didn't know back when I had the podcast up and going before, Jekyll's Corner is actually named after Johnny Jekyll Mayhem, aka Sick Mayhem. And this show is all about him and his dream and his passion of the love he had for music. So these are his boys. These are the guys that hung with him the most, busted battles with him, toured, did everything, rode with him, man. These are his road dogs. So without further ado, I hand it to these guys. So guys, since the last time we sat down and talked, what's been going on with Primitive Mind and Trayside and everything else that makes Primitive Mind the amazing machine that it is?
Well, before we delve into that, I just want to send a shout out and say RIP to DJ Mike Nice, another big figure in the music game that we lost, and it sucks, due to this COVID shit. Yeah, shout out to his family and shout out to the Boom Bat family as well. You know, I send my condolences, and I hope you guys are doing well in these rough times. We've been doing a lot. I want to say we've been doing a lot. I know that going through this pandemic, like I said, it's been rough. You know, we're not getting together as much. You know, but that's all soon going to change. We've been, you know, talking on the backside, and we got a lot of things in store. A lot of albums coming out. Of a new battle league. We're bringing battle back to the real Grand Valley, baby. I don't even know where the camera's at. Where's the camera? Right here. Oh! You know? But yeah, so we're bringing our battle rap back to the Valley, and RBBL, Real Bully Battle League. That's what it's going to be called. Like I said, this pandemic's kind of holding us back from doing all that. But once that starts, once it ends, you know, tryouts and all that, we'll start up. Ruthless?
Well, yeah, man, we're trying to fucking work on some new shit. That's all we've been doing this whole time. We got what, like 3-4 albums we're working on right now, simultaneously at the same time. We got Cal working over there. I got me working on stuff too. So soon there'll be some more stuff coming out. We got already stuff that you can look up if you want. It's already on Spotify.
Yeah, so I mean, you can either search
everywhere.
Yeah,
It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify.
search up each one of us.
Title
We
and
Googleable.
yes, yeah. You Google us and you'll find us. That is true. It's actually really, really true. I had some people from New York not too long ago hit me up and be like, "What's your group? Your guys' group again? You say you're on Spotify. Can't find it. Just Google it."
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, yeah, man. So I've been listening to y'all's stuff, and thankfully, I am one of the people who have gotten to hear some of the stuff that other people haven't gotten to hear. And I'm gonna say right now, anybody who is out there that is in the same game, guys, better start stepping some shit up, because what's about to drop can't be described in any other way than complete fucking napalm. These guys are about to dominate in a way that is unreal, and it's understandable by the person who taught them and led them. There's no way that he would accept anything but the best, and that's why they do what they do. And I'm a guy who really didn't listen to rap a lot when I first moved down here, but when I met these guys, it was instant. Just the passion these guys had, what they rapped about, the feel that they had was something that I hadn't heard in a long time. They reminded me of back in the day, cruising in my car with my homies and bumping some old school fucking rap where it had a meaning behind it and wasn't just about frivolous BS. It meant something. It had a message. It changed a life, which is what music should always do, no matter what genre. It should be changing lives, making people want to evolve and be who they are and come out of their shells. So I thank you guys for that, because I hadn't been able to have respect for rap in a long time until I met you guys, and I saw the way that it worked and the way you guys are, and it's a brotherhood and it's a unity, and you guys all work together, and if one's down, the other's down, and you guys just pick each other up, and that's the way it should be. And it's not a thing of saying, well, our rap crew is the best rap crew, screw all the other rap crews, because you guys are there for all of them. It doesn't matter what set you come from or where you rap from. You guys it's a brotherhood. You guys lift each other up, and it's a beautiful thing. But
that's what Johnny was
That's
all
love,
about.
bro. That's what he was about, bro.
That's love. I do, yeah. We greatly appreciate that. But that's what Johnny was all about.
Open arms, welcome to everybody, man. Different kind of styles. Like me, before when he invited me to his house, like he was more hip hop and I was a different style, like more like I guess like I don't know. I really hadn't developed my style yet, so but when I got there, like he accepted me and he taught me about bars, because I didn't really know about bars. I just know how to rhyme, you just rhyme and spit some shit, that's it. But like how to make a story and, you know, put something out there and make them feel it, make the whole crowd wanna, you know, jam it out too.
Yeah, definitely.
Bring energy to that fucking verse. He taught me that. He taught me how to do that shit.
That's an awesome thing. And speaking of Johnny, there was this one time that I was talking to him, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't think I could ever do the rap stuff." He says, "But Steven, man, you show me you write poems, man. How can you say that? Like you're there."
You're already rapping, bro.
He's like,
Basically.
he's like, we just need to fine tune some things and throw some beats behind it, and you got it, bro.
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, really, man? He's like, yeah, man. He says, listen, man, if you have the heart for it, that's where you want to fucking be. He says, then don't let anybody fucking tell you can't be there. He says, because you already earned that spot because you went through that shit. And I had never heard anybody freaking talk like that. It was just so real. It didn't pull no punches, because a lot of people will say, well, you know, maybe this and that. He was straight out about it. He didn't give a fuck. Like, this is what it was. You have to fucking rep it, you know, all the time. And one of the things that I still live by now, hearing him saying that stuff, and I tell my wife it all the time, and friends and all that, is the whole thing about burning money. Like, come on, man. Keep going, guys.
Burning money.
You know?
Johnny, it was always about burning money.
You know,
That's a
and,
nice way of telling you to get your ass to work.
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful thing, you know, that this man had. He had not just the mindset to see his dream, but he saw everyone else's dream.
Yeah, he saw all that. He was motivated the whole time. I remember every morning that guy would wake up and he would listen to motivational speeches. That's all he did. That's all he did.
Yes, he did.
I would wake up, we would party all night, and I would walk in the garage. This guy was listening to motivational speeches, trying to get shit done.
Yeah.
Gotta get shit done.
Yeah, it's like fuck yeah, let's do this, cause I'm ready to tackle the day, this and that. That's how.
Oh my God. I would be like, I need to use the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom. You need to wait, because I'm watching my video right now. That's not what you need to be doing that. I got to go back to work. You woke up 5 minutes too late. 5 minutes too late.
That's what's up. And speaking of him right now, I want to thank my homegirl Karen for making this purple and green dream catcher for Jackals Corner to go over his memorial. I want to thank you for doing that. So if any of you guys want to get out there and get a cool dream catcher, hit up my homegirl Karen on Facebook. I will post her links and stuff like that in my stuff so you guys can order them. She'll make you a custom-made dream catcher. But yeah, I just want to thank her for doing that and caring enough to do that. That's really cool of you. I want to thank you for doing that. Any of you guys want to get out there? Yeah, guys. So what's going to be going on for you guys coming up? I know you guys got the rap stuff going on with the rap battles and stuff. I know you, Cal, you have a napalm of a freaking album that we've all been waiting to freaking come out.
Everybody's been waiting for that one.
I think I'm starting to think that this album is like a cool album, and it's just like what's it forever gonna take to get out.
Well, actually, we're only gonna drop one copy, and it's gonna be $100. Or we might raffle it. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm playing.
Oh, yeah.
Nah. Actually,
And you know what? I don't even put it past you, because everybody wants to hear this. I know that we've been wanting it for like ever and a day.
honestly, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm very anal when it comes to lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I look back at a lot of my stuff, and I hate to repeat stuff that's already been said, or, you know.
Done.
So when it comes to a song, I'd hate to write a song and then have another song that sounds very similar to it. So, as far as the writing, it's been going really good. We do have a lot of good tracks on that album. My cousin, you know, Cousin Lotto right here has heard it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? that's gonna come out. But before I even drop that, we're gonna be dropping Bonic's album, and we're gonna be dropping Six album.
That's the main priority.
You
Right
know,
now.
that's main
Wait,
priority.
definitely.
Yeah, that's main priority for us. And then once we do that, of course, I'll drop my album. I know he has an album in the works, but it's a secret. You know what I mean?
Was it? Was it a secret?
Hey, but we're not naming titles.
Yeah, I ain't got no title.
We got no titles.
I ain't giving out no title yet. Y'all just gonna have
So
to
that's the
follow
name
me.
of the album, by the way.
Y'all find out. It'll be pretty interesting.
It will be,
You'll see some. You'll hear some familiar. You know.
and it's a good album too. You know what I mean?
But y'all gotta remember, Steven was still a teenager when he came around. So hearing his old stuff to his new stuff is like mind blowing, because you hear not only the growth in him, but you also hear the knowledge and the words of wisdom he got behind every single album that he's created, everything that he still has gotten from Mike and Johnny and now what he's taken from himself and what he takes from everybody else in the crew. So it's pretty uplifting to see it and to see the involvement go on, you know, because music involves us and it grows us and it changes us. So having that and then seeing it from the beginning to the end, and you still continue to see the growth, bittersweet. It's bittersweet because you're seeing this. That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't be happening. So therefore,
It's not gonna happen.
and it's not gonna happen. That's why we got two great people who have been around it enough and know the wants and needs and the vision that was behind creating Primitive Minds. The vision that was laid out and the foundation that was laid out by the two legacies that are no longer with us, the founders. So therefore, it's only beautiful to see that at the end of the day, we're still honoring them and we're still going to continue to honor them. And regardless of where our music career takes us or takes them and takes everyone else that's involved, we will always look back at our first albums together and be like, damn, we've grown. And we're always gonna grow. We're always we're gonna always, you know, keep up with the times, but at the same time, we're not gonna stray away from our roots.
Yeah.
And that's what these albums have been bringing. They've been bringing back, you know,
The fundamentals.
of where we start.
Definitely.
Go back to the beginning, man.
Takes them and
Focus on that and go from there. That's about it.
That's about all you can do. I mean, and the thing is that I mean, I know, I can only imagine how much he's inspired you guys, being that you guys had known him for so long. Within the little time that I got to know him, how much he inspired me to do stuff. So much so that I never ever thought I would do a podcast ever. Like, forget that. I was always like, dude, I'm gonna be in a band, I'm gonna be a vocalist. I got this going, you know. And then after he passed, I was like, you know, there has to be something that just is out there to show what this man, these brothers, were all about.
Oh yeah, there is, man.
Like,
I got gems.
that's what I'm saying,
I got gems.
and it's got to be something where not just the RGB sees it, but the world gets to see what amazing brothers these guys were, how much love that they gave to not just the hip hop scene, but the scene in general.
The whole music scene.
That's just, they didn't care if they were at every show. So
Hip hop, metal, whatever.
it didn't matter, man. You knew, even like back then when Criminal Nation was doing a show, you knew you were going to see Mike and Johnny at that show. Didn't matter what it was. They were there. It didn't matter if they were there, they might be there, but later on in the night, they might be at another show supporting some other people. But they were always supporting, always out there. And people that are out there that don't think that supporting is important, it is
Bullshit.
very important to support.
It's the most important thing.
It
You
is the
know,
most important thing.
And yes, it's great when people see you there at the show. That's great. That's support. But when these bands, these musicians, these artists, poets, whatever, come out with material, they come out with merch, and you tell them, hey, you're my bro. Hook it up, bro. Give it to me for free. That ain't supporting the bro.
And
I'll tell you.
yeah, it's like my bro's telling me last time. I don't know where you heard it. He's like, you got fans and you got supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People who support you, and then you got people who just like your shit. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it goes back to what my old friend he said back in the day when I was first trying to get out there, go do shows and shit like that. He said, people in your hometown are never going to accept you because they already know who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's when you travel to other cities and you start spraying your name out there, then your hometown's going to accept you after they see that other people are accepting you over there.
So yeah, for sure.
It's weird, but I mean, that's kind of like the truth. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I mean, and especially, I mean, I don't know if it's just our genre, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's with other genres too.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
it definitely is.
So,
When you look at it like this, you look at it like, say for instance, bands like Sons of Texas, who they made it,
yes.
and when they were here, they were getting shit, hate, everybody knocking on them. But as soon as they signed that contract, everybody, and pardon my French, if there's any young kids listening, moms, dads, earmuffs,
Earmuffs.
everybody is on their dicks like they're fucking Ron Jeremy and they're shooting for a fucking porn, And
It's true.
and-
It's true.
and it's always like that. You see these bands who they struggled so hard. Let me tell you something, man. There's this band right here that sits behind me. These guys, Shattered Sun. These guys are my boys from Alice, Texas, and I remember going to shows and me and 3 other people were in that audience. That was it. And I remember days where they came off that stage and like, man, we want to give up. Like, nobody's here, man. We've been doing this for so long. Nobody's here. Tell them, no, you fucking get your ass back on that fucking stage and you play. Because one day, the world's going to fucking love you. And guess what, man? These guys signed with Victory Records. They tour the world. People love them. But the thing is that it's so hard when nobody's in that crowd. When people are in that crowd, but then they expect everything else to be free. Well, I came to your show. Yeah, but you know what, bro? I still got to pay for my dream. My dream ain't free. So I encourage you guys, continue to do what you do. Make that music. But I think we should get to some of y'all's jams real quick.
Yeah.
So Cal, go ahead and bring it in.
The first song that we're going to be playing is by Trayside Heights. It has my boy EXO and my boy Captain Sino. It's called Oh Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we got,
Oh shit, yeah. After that, we got Be About It. That's me. It's part of my album. Featuring my brother, Rufus Scheme. That's my name. My brother's Blaze. Check it out. Y'all love both of these tracks.
All right.
Alright, it's fine. Alright. You have to trust me that it's fine. We gotta have it serious.
I do best.
No, the camera's off, then the mic off.
Oh yeah, tell me what's the move now. Oh yeah, I've got nothing to lose now. Oh yeah, I'll be walking on the moon. I just popped a couple caps. I'll be back around noon like. Oh yeah, ain't no telling where we go. Yeah, I'm tripping, getting wavy with my people. Steady blazing and we puffing on torpedoes. And I just took a couple cancel. Damn, depending on angles, I'm seeing demons and angels. Wait, that's just a hat and a raincoat. Whoa, I think I am starting to float. Then she started to give me some throat. That's when I started to lose all control. There seems to be an echo with every. Oh yeah, tell me what's the move now. Oh yeah, I've got nothing to lose now. Oh yeah, I'll be walking on the moon. I just popped a couple caps. I'll be back around noon like. Oh yeah, ain't no telling where we go. Yeah, I'm tripping, getting wavy with my people. Steady blazing and we puffing on torpedoes. And I just took a couple hits. Call me Don Beetle. Yeah, I'm feeling these rectals. How they repeated, they cancel. Yeah, depending on angles, I'm seeing demons and angels. Wait, that's just a hat and a raincoat. Whoa, I think I am starting to float. Then she started to give me some throat. That's when I started to lose all control. There seems to be an echo with everything I say. It takes three at least to get up on that wave. I can see your energy when your aura changes. Psilocybin kinda like an oil change. Oh yeah, tell me what's the move now. Oh yeah, I've got nothing to lose now. Oh yeah, I'll be walking on the moon. I just popped a couple caps. I'll be back around noon like. Oh yeah, gone to the stars on this spaceship. From afar and adjacent, my brothers are on the same shit. Top of the lineup with a bass hit. Man, I'm dope. Go, yo, light flicker, pupil dilated, I annihilated. Flashes in darkness, spark from the flame, and the monster is awkward. Cause he be driving me insane, follows me around and always calling me names and fondles my rage. I'm like, whoa, didn't know that I just became an animal. For this sickness, there's no antidote. Rising out the catacombs, jack of all trades, strapped with all names, jumping off the top and dropping to the base like, oh yeah, tell me what's the move now. Oh yeah, I've got nothing to lose now. Oh yeah, I'll be walking on the moon. I just popped a couple caps. I'll be back around noon like, oh yeah, tell me what's the move now. Oh yeah, I've got nothing to lose now. Oh yeah, I'll be walking on the moon. I just popped a couple caps. I'll be back around noon like.
Here we go again. I keep it flowing like a river, sending chills down your spine, about to make it shiver. I'm serving motherfuckers like I'm having our dinners. I cut you up and call me Jack the Ripper. If she earning her degree, then I tip the stripper. It's charity while she dance for me. I keep it cool and calm, relaxing, smoking weed. Got a brew with the brown bag, posted on the street while I'm chilling, puffing sweets in the valleys where you find me. Approach me with caution and don't you take me lightly. I know you don't like me. There's a lot of shit you hate and I'm the fucking icing. With the cherry on top, you won't see me coming. Just a Glock with a red dot. You about to see these bullets blast off. Have you coughing up a lung, spitting blood while you slowly fading, going numb. Got you swallowing your tongue, so you better run. Call me Larry, cause I get it done. Having fun, getting drunk, sipping rum. I see your haters talking, but I ain't hearing nothing. Shut your damn mouth and just go be about it. I see your haters talking, but I ain't hearing nothing. Shut your damn mouth and just go be about it.
Can't hear nothing, not a damn thing. You say you about it, we gon' see about it, so be about it. I hit the weed, inhale, exhale, no seed, smell the aroma, did it hit you like a strike? That a consolation, I hurt you, then dismiss you, find you, execute you, it's competition, you feel the tension. I'm a predator, set from hell to birth, to invade the game and inflict the pain. I'ma stay the same, be about the business, just like bitches, stay relentless, holla at the bitches, baby, I don't wanna keep my distance, still down with the body, yo, pop another bottle with a 40 at, fast sacks on nickelbacks is dodo, goddamn, I'm still looking out for the popo paranoid, but I keep it cool, calm, and my section, cause I'm on a mission. And I ain't tripping, I'm just smoking.
I see your haters talking, but I ain't hearing nothing. Shut your damn mouth and just go be about it. I see your haters talking, but I ain't hearing nothing. Shut your damn mouth and just go be about it. Don't you worry about what the fuck I be doing. You better watch what you say, cause this shit ain't no movie. You need to slow your fucking roll before you sink your boat. Only dead bodies float. I'm spitting acid, shit be drastic. Pop your fucking ears, have you reading closed captions. Kids turn away, this shit is getting graphic. They melting like some plastics. I met a girl named Sue, she's down on all fours and she's pretty fantastic. I'm smoking Buddha from Cali, I'm coming straight from the valley. We stuffing stuff in the baggies and crackers back in the alley. And picture this poet in public drinking the Henny and bringing the ruckus. If they envy, they can suck it. So keep your bitch, cause she ain't nothing. Bitches come a dime a dozen. She says she loves McDonald's, come and get some make love. And I be thugging, mean mugging, bullet dumping, pushing your buttons. Keep your haters running, always into something. I see your haters talking, but I ain't hearing nothing. Shut your damn mouth and just go be about it. I see your haters talking, but I ain't hearing nothing. Shut your damn mouth and just go be about it.
Mic is live.
Hey guys, what's up, man? This is Steven Longoria coming to you live from Jackals Corner. Just for real quick, let me give you guys a few shout outs to our awesome and amazing sponsors. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to Concert Culture for supplying us with sound here in Jackals Corner. I would also like to give a shout out to 5x5 Brewery out in Mission, Texas, supplying us with all the beautiful adult libations. Right now I am sipping on their Doppler Bock, which is a 6.2% alcohol and smooth as a baby's butt. So chug on these suckers and go ahead and get one, man. They're right there in the 5x5 fridge right there. And after I finish this last drink, I'll be sipping on this Burnett Bombshell for you guys that already got a little bit of hair on your peaches. This is an 8.6.
I think we want more hair.
So remember, man, you guys out in Mission, Texas, stop on in at 5x5 Brewery. It is locally owned and operated by our beautiful men and women of the United States military. So go out and support them. While you're getting wasted, you're supporting your United States troops. So
There you go.
I also want to give a shout out to Snack Attack, who sponsors us, made this pretty nifty Jackals Corner shirt and made the Jackals Corner masks. So soon we will be having these shirts available to the public. And so without further ado, let's get back into this podcast. So let me ask Yesenia, what have you been doing? I know you're about to start school and do some awesome stuff. You've been busting your ass like crazy. By the way, those of you who don't know her, this woman is one of the most selfless people you will ever meet. This girl gives her heart and her soul to everybody she comes in contact with, so much so that she works with a company who she goes out and cares for people who are without hope and losing everything to them. She goes in and she's the hero that goes to those hospitals and talks them through and keeps them around so that other people can enjoy their company. She's also going to school recently, so let her finish off with what have you been up to, Mom?
I've been up to a lot of stuff. Like I said, if it weren't for my two CEOs covering Primitive Minds for me, I would be losing my mind. I am going back to school. I have already my master's and my license in chemical dependency. So I deal with people with addictions. I am going back to school to get another license so I can be able to assist more with what I do right now in my career. I'm an essential worker. I work 24 hours a day if I need to be able to provide those services to those who, like you said, have lost hope or don't know where to turn to. So I am starting on the 31st for a second master's. I was gonna go back for my PhD, but if I do that, I'll close some doors of employment, and that will not be good for the people in our area. We work a lot to save lives, and when I say that, and I mean it, we save a lot of lives on a daily basis, and it's a beautiful thing because not only do I do it with my career path, but I also me and John used to do that with our home. Our home is always has been known for the home for the misfits and misfortunes. You knock on my door and you say I don't have a place to stay. I will tell you I don't have enough rooms, but I have couches, I have a bed, and I have a lot of floor for you to choose from, so you can be able to take your nap or there's your shower. No questions asked. That's how we've always done it. People are always like, well, why are you so like that? Well, because we would always see it as if that was us, who's gonna take care of us. We have a big family of friends, guys, and huge. We have so many amazing people in our lives that, some of them are from when we were kids to when now, within what we, John left behind. The battling. We met so many people through that. We met so many people through the music shows, through the hip hop and the metal shows. And my face, of course, a lot of you have seen me out there, is because my guys are the forefront of my company, but I'm the face. John used to go out there, so the only thing for me to do is go back out there and do that. So that's what it's with this pandemic. It's kind of sad and hurtful because we miss our peeps. We miss supporting those bands that we used to always go support. We miss supporting the local culture. It was us, and it is us. It is the Rio Grande Valley. The Rio Grande Valley, I always say, we always hit the news with bad stats or whatnot, the worst for everything, but they forget to view us in the good stuff that we do. We keep kids off the streets from becoming thugs, and I say that proudly because there's a lot of people that come through our doors that were running the streets, were running with wrong crowds. And at the end of the day, they switched their lives around. How beautiful is that to see these people evolve and grow, and now they're like in different bands, or they're in, they're doing things, and they're going to school, they're, getting careers, when before they didn't think they had that. They felt that no one else cared, but because of the home of the misfit and misfortunes, they saw that, you know what, I can be the worst of the worst, but someone still has a little hope for me, so therefore, then I have a little hope for myself. That's what I'm still doing.
Amen.
Amen, man. Honestly.
And I continue to do that. Like I said, I'm going back to school because of that. I want to make sure that I can reach as many people as possible. And I always go back to what my brother-in-law used to always tell me, my brother Mike, my comadre, my husband used to call me my comadre. He used to always say, when we leave this earth, we're going to leave a legacy. And I used to tell him, well, because he used to always be real, you look at the mic and he was like the humblest of the humblest. Never cared for money, never cared for anything like that. He was like, Mike, like, come on. But he would always say, he said one thing that will always stick with me, and if you take anything from this, this is what we need to take out of it, is I don't need money because I'm already rich. And I don't need fame because I'm already well known. And I asked him, what do you mean? I'm rich with family and friends. And I'm wealthy because everybody at the end of the day will still remember who I am when I leave this earth. That's what you want. What are you going to take out of my life? That's a legacy. What are you going to leave behind for someone else? You're not going to take your money with you. Who are you going to leave it to? People, that's what's money, root of all evil. But when you have wonderful friends, when you have wonderful people to have your back, that's richness. That's wealth. So if you want to be a legend, do it with your friends and family. Doesn't matter if your family is just your friends, because at the end of the day, you still left something behind. And what are we doing today? We have Jackals Corner because of two legends who had a dream and a vision to leave behind a legacy that no one else is going to be able to touch. No one else is going to be able to give you what them two gave you, whether it was jokes, whether it was wisdom, whether it was an ear, or hugs just because you needed one. At the end of the day, they still left you with something that has grown this company and will continue to grow our company and will continue to grow who we are. So I've been pretty busy trying to build my legacy, trying to find me after 1 year, because on the 26th of July, I believe that was a year ago that we did Jackals Corner for the first time.
Yes.
And we've come a long way from 1 year. We're dropping bomb albums. We're dropping so much stuff that we didn't even dream of that it was going to be there for 1 year. We thought about this. We thought about this to be in the long haul. Like, okay, this is what we're planning to do, but that's not what it gave, because they continue to drive off of that energy that Mike and Johnny left behind. They continue to drive and want to provide the music and the words of wisdom and continue to give a little bit of that education that they got out of them.
Yes.
In order to keep them alive, because you know what they say, you die twice. Once when you freshly die, and second when people start saying your name. We can't stop saying Primitive Minds. We can't stop saying, Sick Mayhem or Mike Bonnick. We can't, because if we do, we let them down. So we continue to do. We continue to do that. We continue to do that, and we've lost so much along the way, but we've also gained so much along the way. We've gained more wisdom. We've learned more heartaches, but we've also learned to channel through those heartaches, and we learned to find ourselves, because at one point or another we might have thought that we were nobodies without them too. This company couldn't survive without them too. At one point we might have felt that way, but we've proven to ourselves that we can, and that we're going to come out stronger and brighter out of all of it. So we've been busy. I've been busy. My boys have been busy, and we have a lot that's going on, and yet we're like, wait a minute, hold up. We haven't even talked in like a month or two. Like, what's going on in your world? But it's because of that. I still keep in touch with my boys. They know that when I'm working overnight, they get hit up. They get, hey, I'm working overnight. Like, I'm heading here or I'm heading there. Because sometimes I don't get out till 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But they always know where I am at. Because at the end of the day, something were to happen to me, crazy times have been happening. If something were to happen to me, at least they knew that where I was at.
Yeah.
At the last moment of my time,
Yeah, because I'll tell you right now, man, if Mom didn't let us know where she was, she gonna have several crazy motherfuckers looking for her. Straight up.
Satellite and all.
It's crazy, guys. It really is, because people always ask me, well, why do you got 20 bodyguards? I was like, well, that's only the ones you all know.
The ones you see.
The ones you know about. But I got a lot of people who are like, why aren't you home yet? I gotta run away, and sometimes I gotta lie about where I'm going. It's like, damn. It's like, do the guys know where you're at? No. Let's keep it that way. No social media.
Well, I'll tell you this, but ain't none of us as bad as Warden.
No.
Oh no.
He's come down a bit. He's come down a bit. Thankfully. But because he knows that I'm still around good people and around the people who he can trust to watch over me, he's come down a bit, and I thank Margie. Margie, thank you.
Yes, Margie.
Thank you, Margie. But other than that, like I said, I'm working. We got the Rugrats at home. John Michael turned a year old yesterday.
Yes. By the way, happy birthday, Mr. John Michael. You got a powerful name on you.
And he's powerful lungs, man. Sometimes I feel that he's, I feel like I have Mike at the house screaming with Dog Mahalo voice, he's yelling across the house, and he'll eat like no tomorrow, like if there's, like Johnny and Mike used to always tell me when we used to go eat and stuff, they would always be like, "Oh, I'm full," and I'm like, "Well, stop eating." No, you can't do that. Those are fat people problems. But that's John Michael. He will eat and eat and eat until he's done. And I still got that. We still keep those memories alive, at home, as much as possible with the kids, with the grandkids. Because if you all knew Johnny, the grandkids were his world.
Yeah.
So
I seen him lift the motherfucker out the couch. I think it was scary as shit. I actually thought he was gonna kill the dude.
Yeah.
He forgot about me. I was his favorite.
Oh, that's not even that started about that.
You're under here, cuz, under my wing. And then his first grandkid came around and like, sorry, cuz.
I'm like, where are my pancakes? So come on back and pictures with pancakes.
He even took my room. Johnny gave me a room and he took my room.
Yeah.
And they still live in there. Now all four are in there. You got no more room. I don't got a room. She take over my room. I walk in and they're already like, Alexa. I'm like, dude, don't be turning on Alexa. What's your problem? But I'm staying pretty busy. I think that helps me a lot with the whole not missing him as much.
Yeah.
Because I still have my moments. It's been a year. This month will be our 21st anniversary. Yeah. If he was still alive, we'd have 21 years together. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, I still gotta, do me and make sure that his legacy and his memory is still living forever. And
as long as we're here, he ain't dying. His
No.
name ain't dying.
No.
As long as
that's for sure.
me and
Not
Cal
anytime
are
soon.
And that's the
the
beautiful
time
part.
we die is when his name is dying.
And actually, we'll probably have younger people.
Yeah.
Representing.
Because and it's crazy that we say that, but my grandkids, they all grew up around the music. John used to do the mixing and mastering through the music while they were around. So these kids know music, like they know instruments, they know music, and it's just crazy. Well, because our daughter, she's musically inclined too. So just having that, and then having the kids. They can hear a beat and they know what is a good beat and what is not a good beat, because they'll tell you, like, change that. They're like, like, no, don't play that. And they love music, and they love instruments, like they love the guitar, they love drums, and it's crazy, but because Mike used to do both, and Selena was learning from him, but just to know that the kids love those two instruments too is just crazy, because John played the saxophone, and that's nothing compared to what they're into,
Yeah.
We were about to do guitar lessons and stuff, but the kids love them. They can't see somebody with a guitar, because forget it, you're held hostage in my house. You ain't going nowhere.
No.
But music is just so much in my house that even like I said, I have Alexa, right? These grandkids are spoiled. But you go through my Amazon Prime and it sends me a thing. It's like, oh, this is something you might like, and it's like, why do I got kid music going on over here? But it's nothing but music. That they'll listen to music, they'll watch TV, but everything has to be done in rhythm. And it's crazy because it's music. So knowing that the kids are in love with music. Then you got Cal's daughter who loves music, and then you got Sino's daughter. You got his boy. He don't got kids yet, but I'm pretty sure. But those nephews,
I seen you on YouTube.
Yeah, like, and it's crazy because that generation is the one that's getting us out there. I mean, come on, we didn't grow up with iPads. We didn't grow up with no technology shit. You give me a color pen and I'll be like, whoa, what's up? But now it's like that ain't nothing. Like, what are you gonna do with that pen? You know? You can't do nothing. It's like, give me an iPad, I'll show you how to color.
Yeah.
We grew up with making fucking mixtapes, having to sit there at the fucking midnight hour. Fucking,
I got that
shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to have a tape to an auxiliary cord, right?
yeah.
And I used to walk around with this fucking karaoke music, and I was recording on tapes.
There you
And that
go.
was, you know, back in '96, man. That's how we used to do it. And I mean, of course, you had your little portable CD player. That's where we played the beat. And we said, at least the beat sound good. And then we used to record on tape, take out the tape, grab a new tape, boom, boom, put it, and then we used to do our ad libs like that. It was crazy. That's how we used to do it back in the day.
But
You know,
You still got those around or not, dude?
I do.
he does.
I do.
Yeah.
That'd be
You know,
a treat to listen to. Man.
It's a lot of old shit. I mean, it's not the best,
No,
but I mean,
that's what's up, though.
it's back in the day, man.
Just like listening to a vinyl.
I sit back and I think about old school shit, and I'm like, man, you know,
That was the funnest part.
those jeans they had Jinkos. I think those were created for motherfuckers trying to figure out how to fuck to carry their portable CD player.
For our boombox and shit.
Cause hell no.
But those were good times too.
Yeah,
You know, those were really good times because at that time we could actually all get together and actually be like, all right, we're gonna, spit. Now you got technology and it's like, yo, homie, like I'm gonna log in at 8, you log in at 8, and we're gonna do this, like it's got into those times, but
I mean, not only that, but I mean, I think the whole technology behind social media and how things are, like, they kind of killed the music industry, man.
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
Like
TV
now,
killed the radio.
it's not really about getting record labels anymore.
Yeah.
So it's a lot harder to be dropping albums. You know, you have to be dropping singles.
All the time.
And
stay relevant.
Yeah, it keeps it relevant. That's why, like, also too, like, we're looking for strategies on how to put this album out. So I mean, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
All these albums.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that you have to stay going and going and going and going and going. I watched an interview a few months back with Scott Weiland of Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah.
And he says that it's crazy that a person at that status, he literally had to tour nonstop to pay his bills. Nonstop. And on top of that, it's like I might look at people who sit there and they tell me, oh my God, it's so hard to get into the studio and record. Look at, man, this guy, Scott Weiland, dude, this guy would tour literally 365 days a year. Get off a stage, go into his tour bus, record, go to sleep, wake up, get back on stage.
That's fun.
Yeah, recording is the easy part, man.
Yeah.
That's the easy part.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That's not the hard part.
It's
The
the
hard
footwork.
part is getting out there, doing your thing, and making
Mhm.
money. Anybody
Yeah.
can get in a fucking
And the
booth
mixing and
record.
mastering.
And the mixing and mastering.
All that comes together, but that's definitely the easy part, bro.
Yeah, you know, and in
grind.
one thing that I had talked to Johnny about, and I told Johnny, and he was like, bro, I like that mentality you have. I was like, look, man, the way I see it is this: if you're not willing to invest in your own fucking dream, how the fuck is anybody else gonna invest in it?
Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Very true.
You know, and you have these people who bitch and cry because they have to drive 30 minutes to go to a studio and record their shit, or they have to drive 20 minutes to get to a show, and they're bitching about it. And I'm like, do you want to be out there or not? Because, you know, there's a lot of other people who have a big dream of being on that stage that you're on right now. You know, give that spot to the person who wants it. If you don't want it, get the fuck out of here, man.
Or they want a discount. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I mean, not even my day ones get discounts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it goes back to supporting your local businesses. I mean, look at us now. We're in a pandemic. Our small businesses are the ones suffering the most,
Yeah.
not our corporations. So your friends in the music business are small businesses. They need
Yeah.
your support. You know, when people tell me, oh, why are you gonna pay for that album? Because I'm supporting.
Good.
Supporting
It
the
depend on that shit, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta pay bills too, shit, like.
That light bill ain't gonna come out. That's gonna come out cheap at $5 or for free. You know, AAP is not gonna be like, oh, but I like your music. I used to bitch about the light bill all the time. I was like, John, like seriously again? Like you think my light bill $600, bro?
I'll sell them all comments. You know what I mean? That is a shit.
I remember one time I was talking to John and everything, and I was telling him because back then I was running all this shit trying to record music and stuff, and I was like, man, my light bill's crazy. He's like, hey, bro, my light bill was $420.
Oh my god, I hated telling him how much the light bill was because he was like, one time he would like, you know, John was John all the time, you know, always goofing around, and that's when I told him, I go, John, the light bill was like $419 something. It's like $420. God damn it! And then plus the taxes and shit, right? He's not like, so you're telling me that? So I was like, John, don't even go there. You're gonna sleep in the garage. He's not like, so you're telling me it's time for me to bust up the bong because it's $420. Yes, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop it. And but my husband was a big time joker, and that's something that to this day I still miss because
Big time.
I got to the point where in my life as working for another agency prior to jumping over to what I'm doing now, he would call me every day like at 10 o'clock in the morning. He knew I had a staff meeting at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I would have to always mute the staff meeting and answer the phone, and it was just for something stupid and random. It's like, do you know where this is at? It's like, John, are you seriously calling me for this? Like, I'm going into a staff meeting. Like, are you kidding me right now? I said, I'm gonna fuck you up, John. Okay, I gotta go back. And you know, so there was times where like I wasn't even in the mood to hear this bullshit. So I was like, John, I'm gonna fuck you up if this call is just something stupid. I'll call you back, babe. You guys are here. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, but that was my line to him. Like, I think that if he would have had the chance to put me on a recording for it, like he would have done a whole skit about it because it was all the time.
That guy testing your patience.
Oh my god.
All the time.
And Monique was worse.
No, yes. Oh yes.
Back then, before I started hanging with them, I used to snap. Like anybody talk shit to me, I would felt disrespect. But after hanging out with them, now and then, I'm like, okay, like
all day.
It's like, oh, okay, this is just a current thing happening. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker.
And they would tell you.
The whole day.
They would tell you, if I don't troll you, bro, I don't like you. They would tell you. Like,
if they didn't show you, they didn't like you.
They didn't like you.
Yeah, that's
they
how
didn't like
that's
you.
how
Let me tell you, people that are always like, damn, why are you always so quick to come back? I was like, bro, are you kidding me right now? Like, I had to be quick on my feet. Like, you stepped in like where are the grenades on the floor, bro? Where are the mines?
I learned the word rebuttal when I was there.
It was always back and forth.
Energy.
Oh my god.
But yeah, man. So we're gonna go back into some music. But first, let me give another shout out to all our beautiful sponsors who are making this possible. I want to give a shout out to Concert Culture for supplying the sound. If you need to get hold of them, the contact info should be up on the screen right now, or you can just get hold of Matt Rios on Facebook or Frank X Salinas on Facebook, and they can connect you with everything you need to know. Matt Rios definitely can because he owns the company. So if he says he can't, tell him he's a fucking liar and you need sound. So a shout out to the one, the only 5x5 Brewery out in Mission, Texas. I am sipping on this Burnett Bombshell at an 8.6. 8.6.
Obviously not
I drink this, and it's, man, I love this beer.
Man, all you need is a few, dude, and you're.
So
Yeah.
I wanna-
5x5 and we are good friends. We are really good friends.
Recommend it.
That's the good stuff, man.
I want to thank 5x5 for sponsoring us on all our adult beverage libations. You get out there to Mission, Texas, and buy yourself some 5x5. You're gonna have a great time, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Remember, these motherfuckers will sneak up on you. Also, Snack Attack, I want to give them a shout out for making these epic t-shirts and masks for us. Without further ado, I will hand the mic over to Cal, and he will introduce the next selection of music tonight.
Monster, right? Monster.
And they have begun.
Okay, so we're gonna be playing
Yeah, right.
They Hate. That's coming off my album. It's not really a single. It's not really the best song on my album, but it is dope. Alright? So catch that song, and we also got Monstros off Primitive Mind Sunday Sessions. Y'all tune in.
Primitive Minds, Trayside Heights. Your boy Cal Kirsty, Cal Cole, Captain Sinnoh. We here, baby. Right? Yeah, right.
They hate that I have what they couldn't get. They hate cause I care about none of it. They hate for the fact that I make it look easy. Hating me cause I'm in love with it. They hate that their hatred don't faze me. It's cause of the hate that they pay me. Look what their hatred has made me. I'm dealing with hate on a daily. They hate that I have what they couldn't get. They hate cause I care about none of it. They hate for the fact that I make it look easy. Hating me cause I'm in love with it. They hate that their hatred don't faze me. It's cause of the hate that they pay me. Look what your hatred has made me. I'm dealing with hate on a daily. I don't care if you hate. Take notes like I'm the bank. Stay broken, how you think? I won't stop getting paid. Cash flow like Minute Maid. That's thrown in all your face. Born hard, all in the paint. Get your own dinner plate. Get it what's mine. Money is time. Put it in work and we working a lot. A lot of it's out here, cause it's all we got it. That thought of it got me to say I won't stop, I won't. Not ever. I'ma get to the next level. They say deal with the devil. I had no interest in dealing. I'ma blow my way to the top till pockets feel a lot of guap. The women money hopping blocks and I'm yelling money talk. Get me? Y'all can hate, could breathe and hate what haters do. Just know when this money stacks, there won't be enough space for you.
Think of the hate that you bring to your name when you cling on the pain of the king of the game. When you pick up the pace and remain on the same vibe. I see why a lot of y'all off figure so cause the money you do. Limited tours, I ask you to see if it takes you to cure. That's so that you're happy, yes, I'll make you a fair price and stuff and you're willing to stand at the door.
They hate that I have what they couldn't get. They hate cause I care about none of it. They hate for the fact that I make it look easy. Hating me cause I'm in love with it. They hate that their hatred don't faze me. It's cause of the hate that they pay me. Look what their hatred has made me. I'm dealing with hate on a daily. They hate that I have what they couldn't get. They hate cause I care about none of it. They hate for the fact that I make it look easy. Hating me cause I'm in love with it. They hate that their hatred don't faze me. It's cause of the hate that they pay me. Look what your hatred has made me. I'm dealing with hate on a daily.
Got no time for the lemon lime, even when they try to go and vilify. Rather be the villain than the feelings guy. When it got me feeling fine. I'm getting yours and getting mine at the finish line. Steady drilling pie, while you sitting wine. Bow steady climb, trying to get the fetty right each and every night. I'm tearing that muscle, no chain, no muzzle. Blue nose on the hustle, my boss said to rumble. They be on that mumble, yo. Fuck that weak shit and fuck your gun flows. You could squeeze it, my lines don't crumble. Mine is cutthroat, while yours is cutthroat. Overhype with no punch, yo. Arms keep moving like a gun show. I work that calm for my cell phone, yo. Shots take a test like a GoPro, spit it so fast. Gotta lean back and slow mo. They gripping, they rap with ski mask in the photo. Real cheese, no, that BS is a no-no. Kicking your dough like a dojo. Taking your sex, no promo. Bag those D's just for promo. Flow clean like P-Domo, yeah. Get away green with a turtle. Turning your bitch into Squirtle. I'm jumping over hate like hurdles. Clover green capes on purple. Wow, nice chill, then I won't back down. Jingle pockets, so I got that crown. Altar call, how I draw that crowd. Sacrifice till it all works out.
They hate that I have what they couldn't get. They hate cause I care about none of it. They hate for the fact that I make it look easy. Hating me cause I'm in love with it. They hate that their hatred hatred don't faze me. It's cause of the hate that they paid me. Look what the hatred has made me. I'm dealing with hate on the daily. They hate that I have what they couldn't get. They hate cause I care about none of it. They hate for the fact that I make it look easy. Hating me cause I'm in love with it. They hate that their hatred don't faze me. It's cause of the hate that they paid me. Look what your hatred has made me. I'm dealing with hate on the daily.
Primitive Minds, we in the building, baby.
Yeah.
Boy Cal Kister.
Yeah, Captain Sinnoh, motherfucker. Ow!
Sick mayhem, bitches.
Ruthless scheme, let them know, Cal.
We turned up the butcher in a form that I developed. Concerned overlookers, a force to fear not to step up or prep up. Cause guess what? Of course you be forced to step up to this less of y'all. And more of my kind is that a threat enough. Let up, it's only gonna take me some time. Could have died to be having a bird up saying for me a line. I'm excited, the god of violence, the villain himself. And y'all should be excited too, cause it's the illest himself. I mean, not your ordinary cup of tea. So what's up with me? Hit the bridge, y'all, what the fuckery? I hear it, and here God give it, the Lord's give it. From a down breed society now despises me. That's alright with me, inside of me a heathen. Fiending beast who was sleeping, peeping. Y'all wanna know what's secret? They woke me up to feed into my bloodlust. Jump up like what? Lessons to these young dumb fucks. Like fuck what?
Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes. Me ves por quien soy realmente. Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes. Me ves por quien soy realmente. There's a thin line between primal instinct and a civil state of mind. Then I think you just crossed it. Realigning the design of the way my thoughts are processed. This could be defined as what your kind refers to having lost it. And that primal instinct in me wants to see you in the coffin. I'd be lying if I try to say that this doesn't happen often, but it happens more often than I can remember. Smiling as a behead and dismember the limbs off the next contender. Going in like kids unwrapping gifts in December. Slow motion body part in the air, falling everywhere. And if you're a killer with no care and don't give a fuck, put your middle fingers up. I got plenty hockey mask and extra rope in the truck, and we going in tearing up like some Jason or Freddy and anything that's deadly. Siding with machetes on a murder spree that's never ending. What? Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes. Me ves por quien soy realmente. Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes. Me ves por quien soy realmente.
No te crees muy chingón, mi verga es tu chupón. Lo mató en el rincón, nadie sabe que lo pasó, no lo siento. Para quitarte la vida, I'm a killer with a visa. Tengo cuerpos debajo del casita. Bien bonitas las chicas, flaquitas y gorditas. No me importa, vivos o muertos. Se ve mejor con un cuchillo en ellos. Ahora quiero ser cochino, este monstruo bien loquillo. Me gustan los taquitos, soy perro comiendo los gatitos. Lo uso a pinzas para entrar en tu mente. Estoy matando a toda tu gente. De repente, así llega la muerte. Te lo hocico, pinche chapete. ¿Qué?
Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes. Me ves por quien soy realmente. Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes. Me ves por quien soy realmente.
I'm a straight up assassin, 2 pistols blasting, bang bang, shoot 'em down, wrap 'em up in plastic. Murder on the witnesses, I gut 'em all, I settle differences, fuck 'em all. I stay in the shadows, welcome to my rapture, I'm just a fucking bastard. Anger brings me laughter, pain brings me joy. I was born to destroy, ain't nobody messing with me. I'm like a nuclear missile ready to deploy, quick to cause a fallout. Bring your whole crew, I take 'em all out. Leave a bloody mess, bullet holes in your chest. I was raised in the barrio, 23 años. I'm all about collecting coins, call me Super Mario. Stomping on my enemies, gotta take 'em out by enemies. That's the thing, no escaping destiny. I got the perfect recipe to eliminate me. It's me, the one, the only motherfucking ruthless scheme.
Monstruos entre
mente. Déjame antes, me ves por quien soy realmente. Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes, me ves por quien soy realmente. Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes, me ves por quien soy realmente. Monstruos entre mi mente. Déjame antes, me ves por quien soy realmente.
One. Cameras live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay. So.
For real, man.
Okay, so we're gonna give some more shout outs to all our sponsors, 5x5 Brewery, for sponsoring us with all our alcoholic beverages tonight. Swing on over to 5x5 Brewery in Mission, Texas. They will hook you up just right. You can stop in and get a 4-pack of these 16-ounce beers of anything that is on tap, or you can get a 64-ounce growler of anything on tap. Just curbside only at this time, but they will be open hopefully soon for live music and able to go and have a great ass beer at a great ass establishment. Also, Concert Culture for providing sound for us. I also want to thank Snack Attack for providing the shirts for us and the masks. Also, I will be having the Benavides family on Jackals Corner next Thursday at 8 p.m. Same time, same location. Followed up by the following week having Never High, and followed by having Against the Grain after.
John had her in music albums since he started this, and that's back in 2005. So Hazel Rain has been around the music industry since she was little. She was in elementary when John used to put her on music. So he always kept her entertained. He always told her, you want to release stress? Here's a pen and a pad. Let's do this, and put her on music. They have music, old music from when he first started recording that she's on. You know, there's a lot of songs out there that we released, like Keep Your Head Up. That was for her. That was a dedication to her. You know, he always, that was his, you know, princess until, of course, Maymay came along, right? The granddaughter. He was like, you move out the way, because here's the princess now. But he spoiled her rotten, and he had her, you know, with whatever she wanted, she would get, no matter what. And I'm glad that she's following in his footsteps, because at the end of the day, you know, if I leave this earth, you know, I know that she will still pursue something that her dad wanted her to pursue, which is music. You know, he was really big about music, so, you know, just having her get with the guys and be able to get her her voice where it needs to be, her tempos where they need to be, you know. It's a beautiful sight from seeing the little squeaky voice to what it is now when you hear her, you know, because if you listen to some of the stuff she has out there, you're like, what is this? Like, who in the hell is this? I didn't know it was her. Because the voice, her voice compared to what it is on the music is totally different. Like, she really can do that. Like, I don't, like, I give her props because you hear me and you hear like a squeaky little, you know, whatever, but you hear her and it's like, damn, like, where did you get that voice to come from? Because that's not
sound
who...
engineer.
But even when she spits it on the mic, like, it's, you know. And again, like, as you saw, always busting balls.
Always.
So it's great to see that we have, you know, so many albums coming out, so many music coming out.
It's like I always say, like, because I got music, because I started recording when I was 12, so I got some songs, and I hear myself, and it's like, fuck, it's a time capsule to me. I'm like, damn, I know how I was thinking during that time to compare to how I am now. It's like, damn, like,
and I say
so
that
much
all the
has
time.
changed.
I say that all the time.
Dude, I was doing music back in '96.
Yeah.
And I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like, I was young. Like, I remember when I first started battle rapping, and this was like, I was young as fuck. I don't even remember. Like, it could have been somewhere 2000, 2001, and I had Mike Melt sitting in my apartment.
Oh, damn.
And we battled, you know what I mean? Of course he tore me up, right? Because I was young and all that, you know, and he'll still do it now because he's a beast, but that, like, you see your game elevating. You know what I mean?
And you see progress.
Exactly.
And it makes you happy because you're like, fuck, I went from being there to now. It's like, damn. It's like me, like, I paint, like, I've been painting for like 2 years, and when I see my stuff from back then, I'm like, well, compared to now, like, look at the progress, and it's the same with the music. Like, I'm getting there, like, I'm moving up. I'm not in the same spot that I was. I'm actually doing something.
Mm-hmm. And I say that all the time because I will never forget when John hit him up. I was like, are you kidding me right now, John? Like, this is not the place for you to be hitting him up for music. You know, it was at his sister's wedding. And he had found out, and oh my God.
Performing.
Yo, it's so toasted. When you make cousins so like, serious, it's like, who wants to rap and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, John, you sit your butt down. You don't. It's like, what? Hell no, I'm not sitting down. I just heard that your family can rap too. Like, why'd you keep this from me? Like, I was like,
let me hear what you got. I was like, oh shit.
And it was history. It got to a point where my aunt and my uncle would always tell me.
That was a few years before, and then afterwards, I got older, and I had got locked up, and I got out, and saying I got to my house, and told me about. They had a studio. Mm-hmm. They invited me, and then from there. That's it.
That's why I say, like, Johnny. So he told them when they were, you know, when he was bringing him over one time, he told them, you know, we gotta get these kids off the streets. let's do something productive with the kids. Like, this is not right. Why are they going to, you know, getting juvie? You know, like, they can do something with themselves.
He made me sit there and actually learn how to work the programs.
Yeah.
He gave me the stuff, and he's like, here.
Because he didn't like doing the editing on the vocals.
Yeah, he didn't like.
That was my job.
So he sat me there. I was like 14, 15 years old. He sat me there and like, okay, learn how to mix your shit. Learn how to record. Learn how to do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And he would leave. He wouldn't just say learn. He would leave. He would actually leave. Just leave me there. I'll be there at their house for hours, just trying to learn how to do shit. But eventually, I learned how to do it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something funny. I'll give you a funny story. Like the way that I met Johnny, right? So I have a friend that I call Gramps, you know, and JZJ Records, and he has a brother named David, and David and Johnny were friends. Well, Gramps ends up telling me like, hey, you got to go over there, check out their studio. I think they need help. So I was like, all right, I'll go. I went over there. Everything was perfectly set up, right? Everything was set up. So I called him back and I go, dude, everything's good, man. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? And he goes, nah, we'll just help him out. Do a song. I was like, all right. So, we did a song, and then out pops my cousin Greg, walks through the front door. And I'm like, what the fuck, Greg? What are you doing here? He goes, this is my cousin's house. And I was like, oh shit, we family?
Yeah.
That was it, end game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ever since then, it was an everyday thing, man.
And this one, we shared custody. We shared custody of this guy with my aunt and my uncle. I would go out there on Fridays in the afternoon and pick him up. You're coming for your son, and you're bringing him back on Sunday at 6 o'clock? It was a joke. It became a joke because for years we were doing that.
It's like a running gag. It still is. It used to be like, oh, here comes your daddy Johnny and your mommy Sam. Just pick me up.
Yeah. And it's still like that to this day. But it got to that point. So then when everybody started, because Greg is our cousin. So therefore, Cal's our cousin, right? So, and John was like, and I'm cousin by association, because I'm married to this family. It's just like, John, but, no, that's my cousin. So, and it stayed like that. So people freak out because we started off with nothing but family. When Primitive Minds, a lot of people don't know this, but Primitive Minds was a live band. It was a hip hop band. We were a band. We used to play at Johnny's Barbecue, and it was Louis Blunt, Mike Bonnick. It was we had Johnny, and we had Greg on the turntables. We had Adon as bass, but we had before him we had Danny, and we had Cookie on drums. And Mike and Johnny used to flip with Michael used to be Johnny's hype man. So we used to have live performances, and it was just crazy. And that was back in 2008 and stuff that we used to do that. So when in our songs, that's where Legacy came from. That's where a lot of One Night Stand came from. There's a joke behind that song too. But we had a lot of live soul, hip hop, raw. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful before we became what we became. And we weren't supposed to be a record label. That's the funny thing about it. We were supposed to be an entertainment of hip hop crew, of family, of friends. Just bullshitting and, having fun and going out there and performing. But it turned into what it is now because of the devotion that Johnny and Mike had. And when we dismantled from being the live band, they still wanted to perform, so they started making beats and started doing everything like that. And
they picked up Cal.
But and Ruthless and everyone else that we have now today. EXO and Captain Seno, Hazel. We picked up a lot of people along the way, and they've helped a lot of people along the way. There's a lot of people who have come to our house to learn to do what they do, and then they got what they needed from Johnny, and they left and became what they became, or left it behind because that wasn't what they wanted. But Johnny always gave people the opportunity to chase their dreams. Like I've always said it before, Johnny was a big Peter Pan. You want to meet Peter Pan? You got to meet him if you knew Johnny. Because Johnny was Peter Pan, he never wanted to grow up. He was a Toys R Us kid. Yeah, but he had ambition and he had a drive for this. And that's what made him unique, and that's what made him stand out, and people want to, work with him because he didn't care. He didn't care if you were a little cuckoo or not. He didn't.
I'll tell you this.
He did shows to put out
Mm-hmm.
for the people that that couldn't get a show.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And the thing is that you could have say this. One of these Jackals Corners, we're going to do a Jackals Corner live at one of the barbecues. That's the only way people are going to understand
how big it gets.
How big it gets and what it really is about. It's legit family. It's legit family. And it's not like a lot of people say, oh, that's my bro, that's my fam. No, this is really fucking family. When one hurts, we all fucking hurt. And And that's the thing about it. It's just that way. And one thing that Johnny had told me one time, well, two things. One time when I first met this crazy guy, this guy loved the fact that I came to his show wearing a fucking unicorn. He saw that and he was like, bro, yes, that's cool shit, man. And this one guy's like, how can you say that's cool? That's so gay. And he was like, nah, man, that's fucking thug. He's like, this guy came to a fucking show that he knows he could have got his ass whooped for wearing it. And he still wore that. That's fucking thug.
Yeah, the balls, right?
And the other thing is that this one time, me and him were talking about love, marriage, all that shit. And I was telling him, man, I've been married for 18 years. And he's like, yeah, man, I've been married forever and a day. He says, he's like, but how do you feel about that? He's like, I was like, I love it. I love the person I'm married to. She's got my back. And he says, I need to know nothing else. He says, she got your back. He says, it doesn't matter anything else. And this other guy, he's like, nah, man, if she looks ugly. He said, nah. He said, that's the reason. And I lost it here. I was like, this is the nigga I can hang with. Because he just straight out said, he's like, yeah, that's the reason you're going to be 40 years old, still jacking off to fucking Xbox games. He's like, because you don't understand what it's about, man. And at that moment, I knew that he was one of the most realist people I'm ever going to fucking meet. Yeah. Because there was nothing that he hid. Who he was who he was. And I think it's a good thing he's not here now, because if he saw the way the world was now, oh, fuck.
Nah, you wouldn't want to see him right
No. He would be throwing parties. She would be trying to kill him.
And you would be coming up with all these conspiracy theories.
Yes,
All this shit probably happened because he died.
Yes.
I think this was all meant to happen after he died.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have fucking handled this.
No.
Spreading that sickness.
We spent years watching The Walking Dead, talking about exit plans. That's how we used to do all the time. We used to get drunk and high and just talk about,
The
okay,
conspiracy theories, I
zombies
swear.
come, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go that, we're gonna go this way, we're gonna do this, we're gonna meet up here. We had a fucking plan, we're ready for it.
He would play PlayStation for hours, and I'm like, John, can you get off that? We're training. It's like, fuck that. Oh my God, but it was always, we're training. I'm gonna go train, babe. I'm gonna go train.
Yeah, man, because
he would make me buy him those freaking maps. The maps. Oh my God. He's like, babe.
Like, kill Christmas, wait for
yes,
DLC.
yes. He would.
I remember this one time, me and Mike were chilling at freaking Thirsty Monkey after they played, and Johnny was there. And Johnny's, it's a little after I met Johnny, and he's like, what do you think about conspiracy theories? And I was like, bro, the truth is out there. And Mike was like, oh, fuck.
Don't beat him.
And so he's like, no, you don't know what you're about to get into, man. And it was so great because you see Mike just sitting there back there like, no!
Yeah.
And then me and him just sat there talking forever, and he was like, oh no. I was like, what's up? Mike's like, there's two of you. He's like, no.
And don't get me wrong, Mike was into it too. Like, don't get us wrong, but not like John. Not like John.
Johnny had a conspiracy for
everything. Everything.
And
why is there a shortage of gas? Because. And he was like, oh my God. Like, babe, I couldn't find this at the store. Of course not. Of course not.
The aliens, man.
The alien. Oh my God. Yes, he would.
I believe them shit.
But dude, like it was just John. Like I would go to the store, and I'm like, hey, you gonna go with me to the store? Only if I'm gonna get something. I'm like,
The road trip. This is not a road trip because I didn't get no snacks.
Where's my snacks?
Nah.
Are you gonna buy me snacks?
That one time that I took him to water break, I was like, dude, get whatever you want. And he was like, all right, don't ever tell him that. I'm gonna get this. Give me a shake. Give me an apple pie. And I was like, dude.
You said anything.
You can't tell. You never tell that guy to get anything because all right,
I'm getting, yeah.
I'm getting most expensive shit on here. That's what I'm
I'm
getting.
like, John, we're just gonna go for this. But am I gonna get a Coke and a candy? At least a Coke and a candy. Anyway, he wouldn't get it. This is a conspiracy. You got me out here. You got me out here to come with you to the store. I said stores. There's an S at the end. At the last store, I'll get you something. I'm not getting you something at each store. Why? I'm gonna call Kyle right now. I'm gonna call him right now. I'm gonna tell him to go to the house. You're gonna drop me over the house.
I remember this one time we were at Thirsty Monkey. I tell Sick, I'm like, hey bro, I'll buy you a fucking Jaeger shot.
And Cal was asleep in the back in bed. But the whole way they were asking, where are my snacks? Both of them, where are my snacks?
This is not a road trip.
This is not a road trip. Where are my snacks? I'm coming 110 miles an hour down the freaking road, and they're asking for snacks the whole time.
Okay, so we are getting to that time where we are going to close out, and I'm going to let Cal close it out by introducing the last two songs of the night. Right now, I will allow everybody to give their shout outs to anybody who they want to give a shout out to. Make sure you guys go and follow all these guys' Facebook pages, Instagrams, Twitters, YouTube pages, Spotify, every single digital platform. You guys go out and subscribe to
Always on your head, your mother bitches ain't real. I don't need your love, so leave me at your damn deal. Shoot them in the gut and watch your fucking blood spill. Leave them in the rotten, watch some maggots eat the meal. Never will I stop you on a better fucking meal.
Don't you love to hate on me? Why is that? Is it 'cause you ain't me? Don't be waiting and asking for more. You ain't ready, no bitch. I be knocking down your door. You speak weak shit, it makes me snore. I'm a maniac, you fell for it, I got you trapped. I'm the one that adapts, get back. I ain't with that. Quit with the chit chat, yo. Hate me, I dismiss that. Stand for innovation. Primitive minds, will be nation. Back at again, this shit don't end on a paper chase, baby. I'm about them bands, talking about Benjamins. Lot of cash in my pocket just to show my friend. I'ma keep it real hood, everything I'm good.